Hey there, and good Monday evening to you. It is First Alert Meteorologist Isaac Williams. A check of the forecast. We are going to be getting a little bit more unsettled throughout the week. Much needed rain potentially on the way for North Georgia. I say much needed as we take a look at today's almanac. We are now over 3 inches of rain behind for the month. We have just 3 days to go in the month of July. It's the 28th of the month, and we only have an inch and a third in the bucket at the airport so far this month, which means we are minus 3.06 behind for the month and almost 2 inches of rain behind for the year. Also notice that top left-hand corner, the temperature today, 99 degrees. So far we have not gotten to 100, but this is the hottest day of the year that we have seen in Atlanta. Just shy of the record set back many years ago, but 99, the official high. We did see a high today in Athens of 100 degrees, and we also saw Eatonton briefly get to 100 degrees. So we did see a few spots in East Georgia get to 100 degrees, and we were almost there in Atlanta today. But again, officially, so far, as of 7:30, we have the hottest day of the year so far in Atlanta. Overnight tonight, we are going to see most of the showers and storms out there diminish. We don't have a lot out there. I'll take you to radar in a second. And we do have one near Atlanta, though, on the east side of the metro. Otherwise, we're looking at a quiet night closer to midnight and very warm overnight, lows only at 78 degrees. We should have sunshine in the morning, and we're going to see another hot, humid day tomorrow. Another First Alert weather day, but tomorrow is for heat and for storms. Today was basically just for heat. Tomorrow is both heat and storms on the way. Highs right back to where they were today, though. We should be getting into the middle and upper 90s. Once again, a 96-degree temperature tomorrow in Atlanta, 97 in Eatonton, well above average by several degrees. And again, the heat index tomorrow is going to be brutal. Once again, a heat advisory continues until Tuesday, tomorrow at 8 p.m. So in the advisory, which is in orange, we have the heat index above 105. In the heat warning, which is in far east Georgia and in around Lake Oconee, we have the heat index as high as 112 degrees. So some dangerous heat will continue. After tomorrow, though, we're going to see the heat levels gradually decrease through the rest of the week as rain chances stay with us as well. But again, tomorrow, again, a First Alert weather day. This time, though, for heat plus storms. And the storm timing tomorrow may last well into the evening. We may see a few storms start up in the afternoon, but it looks like we are going to have a busy evening tomorrow on radar. But this evening, Monday, we're going to see any isolated showers and storms should fall apart before 11 o'clock this evening. And then we'll have a dry start to Tuesday. You can see plenty of sunshine, some fair weather clouds, and then we'll see isolated showers form up by 3 o'clock tomorrow. And it's going to depend exactly when and where the showers and storms form tomorrow. If they avoid the metro for long enough, we are going to see temperatures spike up into the upper 90s. Of course, if we see showers in and around the airport, we maybe won't get as hot as we got to today. We'll have to wait and see. But overall, there is clear signal that we're going to have a better chance at rain tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Here's 8 p.m. and notice we have downpours very close to the metro. There could be storms in the mix as well. And then when we fast forward to 11 o'clock, absolutely pouring potentially in central and east Georgia. And again, this is not going to magically just stop at 11 p.m. I am expecting this to maybe last as late as midnight or maybe even 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning Tuesday night going into Wednesday. Good news, though, is that severe weather-wise, I'm not expecting any sort of severe thunderstorms with big wind gusts or anything like that. These are going to be your classic storms, which, of course, could interrupt power, things like that. But super disruptive, big, severe storms are not likely tomorrow evening. But we definitely could see some impactful downpours and storms for the commute home tomorrow afternoon, late, and into tomorrow evening. Flash flooding is on the low end once again, but we hopefully the ground can absorb a lot of this since we haven't had a lot of rain recently. But if the rain intensity exceeds the ability for the ground to, of course, hold it, that's when we start to cause some issues. And, of course, metro areas such as Atlanta, of course, always susceptible to some flooding if some slow-moving downpours sort of sit over the metro. And that's certainly possible tomorrow, and that's a reason that basically the entire area of north and central Georgia in a risk of flooding, even though it is fairly isolated. There's a look right now over the interstate where we had a big issue earlier on in the afternoon, but that has since, of course, cleared up quite a bit. Here is the 7-day forecast. We are going to see temperatures over the next several days stay in the middle to upper 90s. It was a first alert weather day today. We have that one for tomorrow as well. And then we have another one coming up on Friday as well. So that is kind of what we're looking at for the super 7-day forecast. But again, the flash flood risk, definitely something to pay attention to tomorrow. And again, we're going to recap the Monday futurecast into this evening. And notice, again, most of the showers and storms are dissipating. And then for Tuesday, we are looking at, again, tomorrow being a first alert weather day for dangerous heat as well as isolated storms. Once we get into the late afternoon and definitely into the evening hours, we'll have a much better chance at storms. Once again, kind of replaying that futurecast for you. And again, looking at some downpours and heavy storms potentially lasting as late as 11 o'clock or midnight tomorrow. Eventually these will fizzle, but Wednesday's forecast is going to be looking pretty active as well with additional downpours. Now the weekend, the good news, we are going to see, unfortunately, probably some rain stick around. That's not the best news. However, the temperatures will be dipping well into the possibly lower 80s for high temperatures, and overnight lows could actually dip into the upper 60s by Sunday night. So that is something that we're going to be watching. This brutal heat wave that we're kind of in the midst of may be taking a break as we get into the weekend and early next week. This may not be a one and done deal. It looks like we may have 2, 3, or 4 days in a row, maybe of some below average temperatures, which of course will be some welcome news after this intense heat that has been gripping the southeast for many weeks. In fact, we're almost at our usual number of 90-degree afternoons in Atlanta that we get for the whole summer, and we are barely almost out of July, and we've already met the quota pretty much for normal numbers of 90-degree days. So hot weather, definitely the story. And again, be aware tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening we could have some noisy storms and downpours around the region that could disrupt some travel. Certainly being aware of that, and especially East Georgia saw some rain earlier today, and we could definitely see it again as we get into the next few days. But even though the weekend is looking maybe a little bit rainy, the temperatures will be certainly more tolerable as high temperatures drop into the lower 80s, and again, those overnight lows stay in the upper 60s. You guys stay weather aware tomorrow and for the rest of the week, and we'll be updating you, of course, every day, all day inside our First Alert weather app. Make sure you have that, and also we will be updating that weekend forecast as well, and looking ahead to possibly some less hot weather and some cooler overnight lows and cooler daytime highs by Saturday and Sunday and into Monday of next week.
Stay up to date on your latest weather from the largest team of meteorologists in the Southeast. Download the First Alert Weather app for hour-by-hour forecasts and join us every weekday at 11:30 a.m. on ANF+. You can also text WEATHER to the number on your screen, and we'll send a link directly to your cell phone.